Hi guys, I'm Bishop Michael Barber, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Oakland, and I'm here in our Cathedral of Christ the Light in Oakland, and I'm in the Bishop's sacristy where the Bishop puts on the vestments before I perform Mass or other sacraments. With me is Father Brandon McAdag. He's the rector of the cathedral. He's like the parish priest here in charge of the daily parish life of our cathedral. So, we're going to make a video on bishop vestments. I'm standing here wearing a bishop's cassock. I have a skull cap called a zucchetto, which we inherited from the Jewish faith. And the Catholic Church, we've kept that because we originated from the Jewish religion. I'm wearing a pectoral cross, like working on my pecs if you go to the gym, because it's a cross that is on your chest. Jesus said, take up your cross and follow me. So that's why I wear a cross all the time. Okay. When I get ready for Mass, we take off some of these here to put on vestments that I only wear when I go to the altar. First vestment is called an amice. Used to be a hood. Before they had umbrellas, people had hoods, and they wore those when it was raining or it was really cold, kind of like you do when you have your sweatshirt on. This is a vestigial hood. I touched it to my head before I put it on to show that it used to be a hood. Now it's kind of buried underneath all the other vestments, but it's still important. This vestment is called an alb. Alb is from the Latin word albus, meaning white. If you see pictures of Jesus or statues of Jesus, he's always wearing like a long white tunic. If you see pictures of Romans, they always wore like a long white garment as their daily dress. That's what this is. Then I have a belt called a cincture. So this keeps the alb in place, like that. So tight and holds other things. Next, pectoral cross. When I put on a cross or take it off, we usually reverence it with a kiss to show our love for Christ. Some pectoral crosses have an image of Christ on it, like this one. This one actually has a pelican on it, which is a symbol of the Eucharist. Traditionally, Mother Pelican would use her beak, poke herself in the chest, so blood would come out so she could feed her chicks if she couldn't find any other food for them. I'm sure you can figure out the analogy with Christ. When he was stabbed on the cross, blood and water came out, which now flows into the chalice, which we receive in Holy Communion. That's why a pelican on here. Next vestment is a stole. Stole is for the authority of the priesthood. So all the priests at your parish wear a stole over both shoulders like this whenever they celebrate Mass or hear confession or give any other sacrament. It's a sign of a priest's authority. Okay, that's what the stole is. Next vestment is called a dalmatic. And a dalmatic is worn by deacons. In the Catholic Church, we have the sacrament of holy orders, and it has 3 levels: deacon, priest, bishop. But to show that the bishop has the fullness of holy orders, I wear the vestments of deacon, priest, and bishop, okay? And that's why I'm going to wear a light dalmatic. It's shaped like a t-shirt in the sense that it has these short sleeves on it, okay? And that's how you can tell when you look up at the altar in your church, is that a priest or a deacon up there? Look at this outer vestment. Does it have sleeves on it? Then it's a dalmatic and he's a deacon. If it doesn't have sleeves, then it's this next vestment here. This one is super light because it gets hot here, okay? The next vestment is the vestment of the priesthood, called a chasuble, which kind of means a house. It's your outer covering vestment worn by Romans, in the time of the Roman Empire, worn in the time of Christ. All the priests wear this when they say Mass in your parish, and so do I, because I'm also a priest. This is a gold chasuble, which we usually wear on Christmas and Easter, very solemn occasions. The colors change depending on the liturgical season. We wear red for the Holy Spirit. We wear red for martyrs because of the blood. We wear green in the summertime because of the season of life. We wear purple in Advent and in Lent. And we wear white on solemnities, happy times, feasts of saints and Christ and Mary. Okay, put back on the zucchetto. Okay, and then the bishop has special vestments just for him. One of them was that pectoral cross that's under here. Another is the ring. When I was ordained a bishop, they put a ring on my finger to show that I'm married to my diocese. That's why my ring is so much bigger than your mom and dad's, because I'm married to a lot more people, okay? This particular ring has the carving of Christ on the cross on it. And I wear it on the right hand. Married people wear their ring on the left hand, okay? Because this is the hand I use to bless, okay? And then the bishop wears a mitre, which is this special hat that also was part of the Old Testament. The high priests in the Old Testament, the time of Christ, that worshipped in the temple, also wore a mitre. Father's going to help me. One little tidbit. If you play chess, and next time you go look at your little chess characters on the chessboard, the bishop always comes to a point, and sometimes it has a little cut in the chess piece to imitate the bishop's mitre. Okay? But this is the head covering of a high priest in the Old Testament. And the last is the crozier, the pastoral staff. This is a sign of a bishop's authority. The crozier is a shepherd's staff that shepherds today use to take care of sheep. And if sheep run away, you use this end. I thought it was to grab them around the neck when I was a boy. And they said, no, a real shepherd told me, you grab him around the back leg, and if a sheep is running away or getting in trouble, it'll stop him and you can go pick him up. Okay, that's what this is, to keep the sheep in the flock. Okay, so you're supposed to go to Mass on Sunday. If you're not there and you go to Starbucks, I'm going to show up and I'm going to hook you back in. The other part of the crozier that's important is the bottom part. And this is what a shepherd uses. When wolves come and try, or foxes, try and attack the sheep, you use this to keep them away, to scare them away. So that symbolizes the bishop is supposed to protect the church, you, from her enemies. And so now we're prepared to go to the altar to celebrate Mass or celebrate confirmation, to celebrate an ordination. And it's not, I don't wear this because I'm important, but because God is important and I'm his instrument in giving his grace and consolation and power and love to you. Thanks for joining us.